I'm Jono. GIMP versus Krita. Let's see which one an artist actually reaches for.
The image editor and the painting application. One was built to manipulate existing images, the other was built to help someone make new art. Both are free, both are open source, both handle raster graphics. The community confuses them constantly. They are not the same tool, they answer different questions with different architectures, different funding models, and different relationships with the people who use them. One took 7 years between major versions, broke its plugin ecosystem on arrival, and is described by its own community as tolerated more than loved. The other has a foundation that pays developers, a brush engine the community calls comparable to the commercial benchmark, and an animation workflow no other tool in this comparison offers. The photo editor and the digital art studio, GIMP and Krita. Understanding why the community tolerates one and chooses the other reveals more about open source sustainability than any feature comparison. GIMP was a semester project at a university in California in 1995. 2 undergraduates filling a gap no commercial product addressed on the operating system they used. 30 years later, volunteer contributors maintain it with no corporate owner, no subscription revenue, and donations routed through a foundation. Version 3 took 7 years because the entire image processing backend was rebuilt. The upgrade broke the plugin ecosystem. The scripting language changed, the interface modernized, but the interaction patterns that frustrate users migrating from the commercial benchmark remain. Transforms behave differently. Text handling is weaker. The keyboard shortcuts do not transfer. The name is a word some consider offensive. A fork to rename it died from insufficient contributors. Color management for commercial print is labeled as in progress on the roadmap in 2026. The file format support is the broadest in the comparison. The scripting automation is mature. The application is free permanently with no commercial pressure possible. The community assessment is specific. Good at particular jobs, awkward at others. Tolerated more than loved. Krita traces to a painting concept demonstrated in a desktop environment ecosystem in 1998. Name changes followed before the current name was established in 2002. The foundation was created in 2012 to fund development through donations, recurring subscriptions, and sales on a major gaming platform. The foundation pays developers. At least one contributor works on the project full-time. The release cadence is faster than the previous tool. The brush engine supports multiple types for different painting approaches with stabilization, sensor dynamics, and texture control. The community describes the brushes as comparable to the commercial benchmark for illustration work. Frame-by-frame animation with ghost reference images, a timeline panel, and audio synchronization is built in. No other tool in this comparison offers animation. Brush lag persists across the research period as a hardware and driver variable. Half a second of delay on some configurations. The mobile version trails the desktop with a $50,000 grant funding improvements. The autosave system works, but the recovery interface allowed a user to accidentally delete the autosave instead of restoring it. The industry standard layered file format loses fidelity on export. The community does not tolerate this tool, it chooses it. The qualitative difference from the previous tool's community relationship is consistent and documented. The 2 tools serve different workflows, and the confusion between them is the most common misunderstanding in open source design discussions. The image editor handles photo retouching, compositing, format conversion, and general raster manipulation. The painting application handles digital drawing, illustration, concept art, and animation. A user who needs to crop, color correct, and export a photograph uses the image editor. A user who needs to paint a character illustration with pressure-sensitive brushes and export an animation uses the painting application. A user who needs both installs both. The funding model comparison reveals why the community experience differs. The image editor relies on volunteer time with no paid contributors. The painting application has a foundation that generates revenue and pays developers. The practical consequence is visible. The painting application ships updates faster, responds to reported issues more quickly, and has at least one person whose job is improving the software. The image editor depends on contributors finding time between other obligations. 7 years between major versions is the visible expression of that structural limitation. The Painting Applications Foundation model does not guarantee commercial speed development, but it produces measurably better outcomes than the pure volunteer approach. The file format comparison favors the image editor for breadth and the painting application for its native workflow. The image editor supports the widest range of formats, including several that the painting application does not handle. The painting application's native format preserves its full feature set, but professional collaboration requires exporting to the industry standard format, which loses some features in translation. Someone whose primary need is photo editing, image compositing, batch format conversion, or general raster manipulation should use GIMP. The file format coverage is the most comprehensive available in open source. The scripting automation handles repetitive operations. The non-destructive filter support in version 3 is a meaningful step forward. The interface requires investment to learn. The conventions do not match the commercial benchmark. The migration from the commercial application is documented as frustrating by users who attempted it. For the user who accepts the learning curve, the capability is real and the cost is zero permanently. Someone whose primary need is digital painting, illustration, concept art, or animation should use Krita. The brush engine is the reason. The stabilization, the sensor dynamics, the variety of engine types for different mark-making approaches produce a painting experience that open-source alternatives do not match. The animation workflow is the addition that extends the tool beyond static art. For the digital artist who needs a canvas that responds well, the project delivers what the community describes. Someone trying to decide between them for a single installation should identify their primary workflow. If the workflow is editing photographs and existing images, the answer is the image editor. If the workflow is creating new art with digital brushes, the answer is the painting application. If the workflow includes both, install both. They coexist without conflict. The confusion between them is a recommendation problem, not a product problem. The sustainability comparison is the observation that applies beyond these two tools. A foundation that can pay developers produces a different relationship with the community than a project that depends entirely on volunteer time. The painting applications community describes the tool with affection. The image editors community describes the tool with resignation. The code quality and feature depth in both projects reflect the capability of their contributors. The community sentiment reflects the development pace and responsiveness, which the funding model determines. A project that can pay people to work on it responds to problems faster and ships improvements more frequently. This is not a criticism of the image editor's volunteers. It is an observation about what volunteer-only development produces relative to funded development over decades. The commercial benchmark comparison applies to both tools differently. The image editor is measured against the photo editing and compositing capabilities of the commercial application. The painting application is measured against the brush quality and painting experience. Both comparisons produce the same structural observation. The commercial application has a large paid engineering team and ships updates monthly. The open source tools have smaller teams and ship on longer cycles. The gap between them narrows with each release and does not close. Whether the gap matters depends on which specific capabilities the user needs, and whether those capabilities are among the ones the open source tool handles well. Both tools are free permanently. Both are open source. Both run on every major operating system. Both have communities that maintain documentation and provide support. The image editor has been doing this for 30 years. The painting application has been doing it for over 20. Neither project is going away. The image editor's volunteer model is slower but permanent. The painting application's foundation model is faster and funded but dependent on continued donations and sales. Both models have sustained their respective projects for decades. Both will continue to do so for the foreseeable future. The image editor edits images. The painting application helps you paint. The community tolerates one and chooses the other. Both are worth installing. Which one opens first depends on whether you are editing or creating.